Um, Start out a little on the dark side. No. This poem is called My Grief. Like a fog, damp and heavy, it seeped inside me, dulled my mind, left ashes in my mouth. For a time, I loitered in its shadow, hiding from my jagged new reality. It was oddly comforting. 3 years on, time and purpose and love have lifted the fog, but still it lingers, still catches me unawares like a sharp pang from a phantom limb. I have accepted that grief will always be a presence. Back up. I have accepted that grief will be with me always, an indifferent presence, neither my enemy nor my friend. Thank you. They really are going to get lighter as we go. I had this beautiful white oak tree in our backyard, humongous, at least 150 years old. And it just died a couple of years ago. And it broke my heart, but it had to come down. And I looked at that, 150 years. It's like, wow, what that tree had seen. So this is called When a Giant Dies. When a giant dies, who marks its passing? Who testifies to its generosity? The countless acorns that fed both birds and beasts, the millions of gallons of water it returned to the air, the host of animals and insects it sheltered in its branches, bark, and trunk. Who will tell the story of this steadfast oak, its deep roots that held the soil in place as year rolled on to year, its leaves that nurtured that same soil and shaded all that lived under them? For over 150 years, this tree has stood great-hearted benefactor to a small patch of woods, which now marks this giant's passing with sorrow and with gratitude. Thank you. And now you're going to get 2 poems about my grandkids, so there we go. This first one's about the older one. I wrote this when she was probably, 4, called Girl Loves Her Mango. She stands on a chair at the counter, watching as I hold the fruit in my palm, slice it lengthwise, and pull away an oval of glistening saffron pulp. She leans closer as chunks fall in the bowl, makes short work of the few pieces I set aside for her, and then, all brown eyes and disarming smile, head tilting toward the bowl. More. Pause. Please. That smile again. So with juice-coated fingers and marigold smiles, we empty the bowl. Thank you. And her younger sister just turned 4. And I don't know if you spend much time following a 3 or 4-year-old around, girls especially. They don't walk. They skip and they dance and they twirl and they float and they don't walk. So this is called Tiny Dancer. On elfin feet she frolics, feather light and giddy on the grass, dancing to music only 3-year-olds can hear. She spreads her arms and proclaims herself a butterfly, a bird, a fruit bat. She darts and wheels from bush to branch, her hair a chestnut flag behind her. Reaching pavement, she executes a final twirl, reclaims her human form, takes a proffered hand, and walks. Thank you.